Tears spilled from my face as the landscape outside the train window changed again from cityscape to countryside. It was the last leg of my journey, and I'd been dreading its conclusion. On the spare seat next to me, my fraying gym bag bursting at the seams with the memorabilia of my existence, exuded a sense of sadness and decay. Hidden within its depths was a faded photograph and some small translucent smooth shells that tasted of salt. The snapshot was of the woman who had offered me sanctuary from a life in a foster home. And when the last tunnel finally ended, and the train squealed to a stop beside the empty platform, she had been there waiting for me, a shadow in the depths of a shelter, a tall, scruffy woman the size and build of a man. My childish romantic notion of a farm hadn't matched the dwelling she called home. Perched above a stormy beach, its building looked cold and dark. Sand swirled and twisted on the path leading to it, and the sense of doom that greeted me didn't lift until I was on the threshold of entering, when suddenly a crack of light opened in the sky to reveal the true beauty of the surrounding landscape, as if to welcome me back. When my chores were finished, my grandmother grunted at me to follow her, and marched me along a cliff edge, where far below, day trippers unloaded more than I owned into their day camps. We drank instant coffee from recyclable cups in a companionable tranquility on a sandy ridge at the edge of the dunes, soaking up the sun, faces lifted to the sky in no hurry to move. A tiny, glistening, almost translucent shell caught my eye. Recognizing it, I held it gently out to my grandmother and began my first meaningful conversation with her. "What's this?" Her deep intake of breath was long, as if the question pained her. "Glowworms." "What the hell are glowworms?" I asked. "They actually aren't worms at all. They're beetles which can make little lights in their bodies. There's a colony of them right here on the Towans. Has been for decades." I moved closer to see, fascinated but skeptical of her fantastical tale of glowing insects. "It's the females that glow the strongest, but only at night, and only for a few weeks." There is a sense of sadness in her voice that makes me study her face. "They don't live very long. 3 years as larvae, 2 weeks at the most when fully grown. Because of their life cycle, they can lay unseen for years, but they don't go away. The snail shells are a sign they are still here." I pick up one of the shells and slip it into my pocket, as my mother had once done. "How do you know so much about glowworms?" "I used to go hunting for them, to catch them, to count them, keep records. Some years we'd go a whole season only seeing 1 or 2. Others we'd see 20, 30 or 40 a night." That precious afternoon ended with a climb past the lighthouse into a landscape of cliff tops and hedges full of summer cowslips, foxgloves and nettles, where the grass danced rhythmically in the salty breeze. It was an awakening, but it was that evening as darkness settled on the landscape, with only the moonlight guiding us, that the real magic began. I discovered a city unlike any city I'd ever experienced, amongst the maram grass, alive with thousands of twinkling lights. And I knew I was back where I belonged.